Father cheated on mother with his assistant. Got me exiled from family for revealing it, but now I'm marrying the woman he ruined my life for. I'm 30, I'm getting married in 3 weeks to my 31F wife. This satiation does not concern my bride, just me and my parents. So 4 to 5 years ago, while on a fishing trip, I discovered my father was cheating on my mother. The way I found out makes my blood boil more than the fact he was cheating. The man introduced me to her as his very dear friend. It was strange, uncomfortable, gross, and weird of him. I'm not sure what was on his mind when he did that. We always have been close, so maybe he thought I'd be in the same page and cover for him now that I'm a man myself. He didn't use the word affair partner, but you know a couple when you see it, and that woman knew she was the side chick. So coming home, I of course just straight up told my mother, and all hell broke loose, and they both ended up disowning me. I got over it and went with my life. I was in my late 20s back then, living on another country, so it was not a big change. I just lost my weekly phone calls and my every 2 years trip with my dad. The story I give my fiancée that we just had a disagreement over inheritance. She was fine with it till the wedding came closer and she proposed the possibility to have a small wedding. I was confused because how this woman's dream to have a flashy wedding, but turns out she was being sensitive to the fact I have no parents there, so I simply told her that I'll work it out and to keep the original plan and change nothing. I will even invite my whole extended family too. I already sent invites and most of them said they'll come. I arranged a Skype call over an email, and after a small talk I informed them I expect them to be there. They were slightly surprised but okay till I heard some snarky comment of my father about how I didn't talk to them for years and expect support now without mending things. First I simply told him that the only reason the wire invited is just because my family all accepts the invitation and my bride doesn't want her parents to be the only parents to sit alone in the table. She arranged seats like this so both parents gets to know each other. They got offended that I invited everyone before them and more because I invited them for appearance. I sighed and said, look, if you're not coming it's fine. If someone asks I'll tell them the truth, and I hang up. I got too many emails since last night about how dare I blackmail them. Truthfully, I don't mind telling my extended family any of it. It's not my shame to carry, it's theirs, and I will not see any of these people face to face after the wedding. The only reason I did not tell my bride is because I thought it will kill her joy and distract her from planning her perfect picture wedding. Update 1. So yeah, I am an and I own up to it. First of all, some people think I misunderstood, but no, my father is a cheater. I got a confession and everything, and I wrote about the night we blew up on each other down on the comments for clearer view. Now for the update. I took too much time in the car preparing what to say while reading the comments. It was really scary reading bunch of comments saying I blew up my marriage for nothing and how I'm now unworthy of her trust, and I wasn't ready still, but I had to throw my phone away because it was unhealthy the way I griped into it. I found her in the coach going over the binder, which gave me a weird feeling, like I'm letting her down somehow. I'm not sure why I care for the stupid binder this much. I told her we had to talk. I used kind words, but I'm sure my tone gave it away. She looked serious and shoved the binder away. We sat in the coach silence before she, in a nervous rush I suppose, rushed me to talk. She looked almost annoyed, and with high emotions I blurted out that my father is a whore. This is the stupidest shit I ever said in my entire life. I never even knew I had it in my brain. I never recall thinking it either. It's strange, but after a pause she burst out laughing with this mixture of crying but her face was red as she asked me what? Over and over again, and I was just really stunned by what came out of my mouth. After a while she just tied her hair up and walked around the coach and sat back down to ask me what was I saying, so I started to talk using one Reddit commenter suggesting I told her that I am sorry but I lied about my parents. I told her that I was ashamed that they disowned me, but I never really tried to get them back. I spoke a lot and her face kept changing throughout the conversation, but she never cut me off. I kept apologizing. I think I tear up or that was SWAT. I'm not sure. I really believe I closed that wound. I really thought I never cared for those people ever. I believe I moved on, but the things that came out of my mouth was horrifying to me. I seriously don't think about my parents that much, and I thought that what meant to move on from something. Turns out I may just be covering my dirty face. She got emotional herself at one point and we sat in silence. She asked if it was hard for me to talk about it with her. I made it clear that it was not her, it was just something I never reviled to anyone before, and apologized again. After one more moment of silence she told me that she sensed something too, that I was really out of it ever since the seating conversation, which was around when I called my parents. I thought I was sneaky. She then admitted that she thought I might had cold feet. She said once she saw my face she thought it was me breaking it off with her. That's when I sailed the whore comment, and she burst out laughing. I felt offended, but I can't blame here, so I apologized once again and she told me to save it. She reminded me the downsizing was still on the table, but it made me frown. I said I really liked the original plan. She said we'll figure it out. So here's what came off of tonight's discussion. 1. I'm a dumb asshole for not sharing. 2. My father is a whore. She says she'll use this one after I'm done healing. 3. I'll go to therapy because I'm not as tough as I thought I was. The wedding still happening. I offer to postpone it till she makes sure I'm trustworthy, but she says no. My parents is not attending. I sent an email withdrawing my original offer and telling them to not come for the extended family. I let some of them know my parents are not invited, but I'll appreciate if they come. I did not give a reason. The parent table are now turned into her parents and my one uncle I liked. I still get to tell him about the drama, but he's pretty chill. Maybe he'll act like nothing happened. I told her I made a post, but she says she's too raw to read something on Reddit. She believes people are brutal out here. She may or may not check it out.